CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens Movement for Change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC core values, CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together, let's all together. It's a unity, it's a CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
All right. Dr. Fresha, what's up?
I'm good, Masa. How are you doing? How's your Thanksgiving?
It was great. Great,
Yeah,
great, 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 great.
yeah, that's good.
I just had I don't know whether my feet just hurting me all day today. I think it's from the long standing I did on
Yeah,
Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning I had a cold. I think so, but it
yeah.
just
Did the family come over to your house? Were you in?
yes,
Okay, that's probably why you had it prepared and all of that stuff.
yes, yes,
Good. So
definitely.
you're the host this year.
Yep. What about yours? I don't think I'm gonna do it next year. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. Well,
What about yours?
it was good. It was exciting. The family, as usual, is all over the United States, especially you have
Yeah.
a big family. Like my husband's family is much larger than mine. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, so he's the last of 13 kids.
oh no. No.
Yeah, so that's all of them are older than him, and they have. So I think we counted there were about 5 generations in the house.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
so
was good.
yeah, so it was
Yeah,
good.
I saw a couple of nice pictures.
Yeah,
Everybody dancing and just eating. And
yes,
I'm pretty sure you had a lot of leftover like me today.
yeah. Well, they're still cooking, and the good thing about it, I'm tired, obviously, but we have to do the business of CMC.
Oh yeah, great, great.
Yeah, but yeah,
Sorry to our viewers. Yeah, sorry. We just got caught up after the march yesterday. So sorry if you are watching us on Facebook, if you are listening to us in Morovia and surroundings. We want to say welcome to CMC, Liberia's Insight. Sorry, guys, I'm still learning. Liberia's Insight, where we discuss about our political leaders. We discuss about party, and we discuss other things that are happening in our country. So welcome, and don't be afraid. Leave us your comments and we will go through the comments section. Just make sure you are respectful and polite. We encourage disagreements, but we also want to be careful how we disagree with each other. We want to do it with respect and politeness. So welcome to CMC, the Liberian Insight. And I am your moderator. I'm pretty sure I'm your moderator today. I'm gonna be moderating this show. We're gonna be here for the next 2 hours, I believe. And we're gonna be on time. As you can see, we log in right on time. So we're gonna get out right on time by 8:30. So thank you again for joining us. I can see about 12 viewers that we have. Oh, yep, and 5 likes. So leave us your comments. Be respectful in the comment section. Okay? So that's it. We have a long list of things that we are going to go through today, and I'm just waiting for the other panelists to join us. But in the meantime, Dr. Fasher and I, we will be talking about the Thanksgiving yesterday in the US. Um, I know some of you who are in Liberia, you already had your Thanksgiving, but we just had ours yesterday and it was really, really good. Um, I guess for everybody. But yeah, we were just talking about it. So, Dr. Francia,
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I want to join Masa Dopu Girl, Mrs. Masa Dopu Girl, in welcoming you to the program. We are air on Kiss FM and its affiliates in other parts of the country. You may be in Bond County. Masa, I think you will have to mute yourself a little bit. Yeah, you may be in Bond County, Nima County, Margibi. We're expanding, going to the Western cluster like Bombay, Cape Mount, and then of course the Southeast region. So want to just welcome all of you guys. We may have just a few people watching, but there's a lot of people listening to us, and that is what is important. People in Liberia are listening to us. But again, I want to welcome you. We're going to be discussing a lot of important things that are happening in our country. Yesterday, was, as Masa said, was the Thanksgiving holiday in the United States. It's the beginning of the busy season, like the holiday season. Today is called Black Friday here. And if you have extra cash to spend, today is the day where a lot of stores and businesses are, having sales. I didn't go. My children didn't go either because um, that's political reasons. It's amazing how my kids came to me and told me that they are not participating this year because of political reasons. And I was like, okay, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So yes, yes, it was a fun time being with family and friends. As you probably know, the United States is a very large country, so all of our family and friends, they're different places far away, and it's not like home, where I miss the celebrations, the holidays at home, Masa, where I don't know where they came from, but maybe because we're kids at the time, we saw our aunts and uncles and cousins and friends and family members. It was a community celebration, but here to me is we have to actually make an effort to do that because we could live. Masa lives in a community, although she's not far away from me, but I don't get to see her. And I live in a community because it's just the economy of this country. It's like everybody just moving and working. So having this time off was really good, to be with friends and family. Intentionally setting this time to be with friends and family was good. Would you say that, Masa? I don't know how was your time? I know you started saying your feet are a little sore because you were playing and you were the host.
Yes, my feet definitely is. And then the sad thing about it, like you, I had to cook today because my husband is somebody who doesn't eat one food over and over.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Mm-hmm.
he's not like this eating person. He's like this appetite person. Like my appetite call for this, and I want to eat it right away. So,
Nice. Absolutely.
yes. So, um, Fakey, I thought Fakey just joined us. I saw
Yeah,
her.
maybe I wonder if she ready. Is she ready to come in? You did put her in. I saw her for a second, and
Yes, okay. Yeah, so I had a cook today.
then
In fact, I just got you. I was like, I hope I'm not late for this. Otherwise, I just did the first show, but I just got done on time. So,
yeah,
Becky, how are you?
Fine. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
yes, we can hear you. You good?
you
How
remember
y'all
I
doing? How was
told
your
you last
Thanksgiving?
night. I told you last night that I think this is your kind of hair. It's so pretty.
Oh, very yes.
Yes, it is
I
pretty.
like.
Like
I like
it,
that.
it suits your face.
Yeah.
How was we
Some
were
women
just
wear
talking about
afro.
it. Yes.
Some women, some
you'll,
women wear afro.
you'll be,
You know the background for that.
you'll be like me, right?
You know Dr. Fasha, right? From the time she just loved her afro.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Typical African.
yes.
Yes.
Love, just love looking different.
Yeah.
Yes, typical African.
Mhm.
But yeah, we were just talking about the Thanksgiving yesterday, and I know I saw your comment. You were so busy, like all of us.
Mhm.
Okay, and you know, I guess you missed coming on last night. I knew somebody wasn't gonna show up anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a good thing if you just plan to just not come for Thanksgiving.
And not just that, not just for America, right? Like because this is global. So even for holidays in Liberia, maybe we can just make the show to be like where we just playing music, just doing something a little bit fun. Instead of having like a panel discussion, we can just make it more interactive where people are calling and talking about their holidays, how they are spending their holiday, just something a little bit fun.
Yes, yeah, I
That's a
agree.
cool idea.
That's a
Well,
great
you can
idea.
always just pop in and say something and show something
Yes,
and not that.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Because we
And
all
just
are so
open,
busy
yes,
around.
open it out to the audience to
Yeah,
participate.
audience, you listen. We're making plans for the show right now, so
Yes,
get in there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But anyway, where is I know the
Smith.
SG is supposed to be on tonight.
Hmm.
Okay, so he's not here yet. And Dr. V too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they
I
are
think
not
he sent a
here.
message that he was gonna be late. I
Okay.
think
Okay.
like that.
Oh, was okay. I saw that. I didn't know who was it. Okay. All right. So we do have a list of agenda. I mean, we have an agenda for this show. It's just something to little bit guide us. What about Toby?
Mm.
I didn't hear from him yet, but I mean, maybe coming in late or maybe struggling to come in, but I have not heard from him yet.
All right. I'm just trying to get
Did
my
did
agenda.
um did Ansel come in? Did you hear from him at all? Because I see he down here.
Oh, Ansu?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ansel
I
I
think
Henry.
I think he's just washing. I don't
yeah,
think.
Oh.
it started the show. It sent it the
Yes.
link and started the show.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
All
Good.
right. So I know we're supposed to allow. Hold on. I said 6:45. It was actually 6:30. Sorry. I make a mistake. So again, we just want to say welcome to our audience, listening audience on Facebook in Monrovia, Liberia, its surroundings. Welcome to Insight, Liberia's Insight, all about CMC. We are discussing. Leave us your comments, your suggestions, anything that's on your mind. Just be respectful and polite, and we'll go through the comment sections to be able to read some of your comments that you have left for us. So again, we have on our agenda, we have updates from Toby. I know Toby is not in yet about the whole CMC news in Monrovia, some of the things that we might have read or might not be able to read prior to the show, and some things also surrounding our political leader But Toby is not here, so we'll skip that for now. And once he joins us, he'll be able to tell us more about that. But I just wanted to, open this up to you guys, Dr. Franchelle, Vicky. I know there are lots been going on, and like I said, every day is breaking news in Liberia, so you really cannot keep up with everything, trust me. But at least you can keep up with one or the, and that's and one thing in Liberia will interest you or the, I don't care whether you are into politics or not, but if you just look at all the different news that are coming out, one thing would interest you, and we just want to hear from you, like, whether it's about the PL, his page, because his page is the most observed page now. People waiting now to see. Every time he posts something, it's like, everybody running underneath it. They want to give their own input, comments, and those kind of stuff. And also the news, and other commentators, that might not like what he posts on his page, or might not like what the city CMC posts on their Facebook page, or what CMC is doing. I'm pretty sure you came across something. Let's hear from you, Vicky.
Um, well, with the holiday, there was not enough chance to do due diligence. So I would just talk about how engaged the PO is. Yeah, I see that he very engaged. He, keep the fire burning every time he engage people, and his engagements are very meaningful. He talks about he catch little stuff that people actually don't pay attention to. He bring it on board. He talks about it. He draw people attention to it, citizens attention to the important things that are happening, or some things that are happening that are not beneficial for our citizens. He always point at those little things and bring them on board. So his status every day, his Facebook status every day is it's just meaningful. Like every day he would come up with something meaningful to say, and he also engaging now. Like today, I saw him on Facebook story. That was my first time to see his story. I said, "Go PL." Networking is important. Like I always tell people, because this is a war right now. Networking, social media is also a therapy. It's therapeutic, to be on there and see how the world, what is happening around the world, what is going on, and getting you informed and all of that. So I just want to say that the PL engagement is not just coming on Facebook with one of the flamboyant, issues or life. He's not coming to show off. He comes every time he writes. It's about something that is affecting Liberia. For me, yesterday, I didn't see any post from him. It could be that I was really busy, but always, every time he posts something, he has to do about something. He's stressing, hey, Liberian people, like the last time, or a few days, he posted about why should the headquarter, the United Party headquarter, be so important. The building of it should be important. Why people are suffering, and people need food, and the citizens are complaining. He was just saying that he's not trying to condemn them. Actually, he was just saying that maybe if they can take that energy somewhere to where it's needed, it will be really beneficial than focusing on that's something that will not help the Liberian people right now. They can do it, but it can be prioritized right now at this time. So I like that about him. Now, everyone else, yeah. And I want to say a shout out to our Liberian team, man. Basso, man. Oh my God, Basso, man is always engaging. I like that. And you see, now I'm gonna get in trouble because I call one person name. Yeah, CMC soldier, the on there, the fucking Brennan, my vice chair. Oh my God, Seku. Seku is on fire too. He's always engaging, and every one of you. I mean, we just doing the right thing. Let's keep doing it. We should CMC no rest. Let's keep the fire burning. So that's what I would say. Thank you.
Thank you, Vic, for sharing that. Welcome, Wisdom. Thank you, Vic, for sharing that. I just wanted to add up to, in as much as social media, maybe I shouldn't just say Facebook, but just like social media is therapy, like it can also be dangerous. So we
Mhm.
just want to be careful what we are watching, and
Mhm.
also what our kids are also watching, because it's
Mhm.
very therapy. I mean, it's very dangerous. but
Mhm.
they do have a lot of good things, like you said,
Right.
that will keep you more focused and
Mhm.
even learn from it. Yeah.
Yes.
So, welcome, Winston. We were just going around the table talking about the day, what, you know, coming from Morovia or even just reading on the page. What did you pick up from there? What are some of the issues that concern you that you think we need to discuss or you want to share with us and the audience? So you came right
Thank
on
you.
time, so we can go to you and then we can go to Dr. Fasha.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And it's good to be here tonight again. Uh, I want to say good evening to everyone that are Richardson, Sis Grace, and the presiding tonight. So, yeah, there are a few other issues that have been happening. But first, let me say thanks to all of our viewers for following, wheresoever you are joining us from at this hour, via the radio or our different social media handles. We want to say thanks for joining. So basically, I've been following activities from Liberia recently about some of the different things, and I've been I followed the appearance of Mr. Jacob Jala on OKFN, where her appearance and he talked about a lot of good things, very scintillating, yeah, a lot of good messages from the CMC and how why encouraging to join the CMC. I think the message is now clear. But prior to that, there were a lot of prejudice in the public, misopinion, people deciding her decision and all of that. But I think it was a good thing to go on national platform to tell the Liberian people why he joined the CMC and the reason why CMC is the best alternative for the Liberian people. So it has been a good thing. And again, yeah, the president, the president is back to Liberia. Like I said, I think I said it on the show the last time that at the end of the day, the president will return. Liberian people, there will be no results. Something will spark us. So we again looking up to the asset recovery team to bring out another news story to cover up for the president visit that did not
Mhm.
yield any result for the Liberian people. So it's good to be here tonight to talk about the CMC news. Some of the greater things that CMC is doing in Liberia and how can we work together as Liberians to make sure that our country is developed through the CMC. So it's good to be here and we look forward to a fruitful conversation.
Thank you, Wisdom. Thank you for those great points. Again, want to say welcome to Mr. Jara. If you are listening to us, say welcome to the CMC. This is home, this is family. And I personally have an opinion, but I'll keep it until it's my turn. So I'll go to Dr. for sure.
Yeah, I want to say hello to everybody. It's good seeing you here for us to discuss issues relating to our beloved country, Liberia, and also to the CMC. I was just going to tell you, Masa, I did read your post on welcoming Mr. Jara, and I think it would be great if you could just, either read or discuss your post because it was some really great information in that post for not only Mr. Jara, but for all Liberians. Um, I also want to welcome Mr. Jara to CMC. As Winston said, he made a great move. Many people are calling him names, and Masa will take care of that. But just to add up to what Vicky also said, I did go to the PL's page because usually I check his page, and every one of us, it's a spirit of support, supporting each other, making sure that I'm aware of what everybody's talking and saying about CMC. And it's the PL. One of the things that I liked on his page was that his recent letter he wrote to the legislature and the Liberian citizens. And I think if you give me a second, I'd like for us to, well, I would like to go into that letter. I'll read it after we all come and say what our thoughts are in Masa, and then we can also digest the letter a little bit if it's okay with you since you're moderating today. But there's three things that the PL brought to the Liberians' people attention. He talked about the $363 million Western and Northwestern Rural Rehabilitation Bill. Apparently, there's a bill that's on that is $363 million. Okay. He also talked about the Oranto oil deal. Now you know this deal. Okay, it's something we talk about in Liberia. There was this guy that came and bought oil and sold it to Chevron and made a lot of money. So he talked about that too. He talked about the national budget for the coming fiscal year. Does this budget work for the Liberian people? Those are some of the questions and things you're posting. But I will read the letter if it's okay with the moderator, and then we can take our thoughts and pick at it. But I'll turn it back to you, Masa.
Thank you, that Richardson. Those were good, great points, and I'm glad you like what I wrote because I thought I was in a little bit of trouble. You know, I thought yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna run this through her. I'm just gonna post as Masato.
That's right. We all have our
Right.
individual opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm great for it. You know,
Okay.
no
Good.
conforming.
Good. Because, every time you take on a political position, that's when they want to put you in a box. They
Yeah,
just want to be boxing you here and there. Then
exactly.
you don't have an opinion on anything you say. Instead of them coming to you to address you, they want to turn it into politics. And,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not all for that. I
yes.
know I have a role, and I know I have to be respectful. I know I have to work with other people. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, I also have an opinion, and I'm pretty sure as long as my opinion does not hurt anybody, it doesn't harm anybody, I think I should be able to share that. So that's why I shared that. Initially, it wasn't my thought to, post anything because I know CMC already did. Or I said, like Winston said, like people just beating on this young man, like he committed some kind of atrocity. People just beating on this man, like he committed some kind of atrocity. It's like, no, I have to say something. And first, I commented on the PL's page, and then I think I commented on one other negative page. So then I'm like, okay, let me just make this public on my page and say something. But thank you, Dad, for following that. But basically, what I was saying, and thanks to all of you for sharing. Welcome, Toby. Welcome, Dr. V. We're gonna right now. We're just kind of like going around the table, getting people's opinion on what's going on today, some of the things that interest them, or just anything like our usual routine. Somebody got their, somebody got their. Can you mute yourself, Toby and Dr. V? Thank you.
That's fine coming.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so basically, what I was saying about like in my letter, in the nutshell, I'll post it on this post later. In the nutshell, I was just saying that, and I'm pretty sure all of you can agree with me. All of us, we one way or the other, we got employed to an agency or organization, institution, entity, or anything, and we did our job that was assigned to us. Whether or not you assign job to me, as long as I'm in your entity, I'm there to work. So if you don't value what I'm doing, it's up to me to go and find a different job. And definitely, so if I stay with you, it means that I still think I can make an impact here, and I still think you have work for me to do. But if I leave, it means that my time is out. I have to move on. It's all part of growth. So, yeah, it's a man. And I think this is how we Liberians should think about politics. You know, we have a society where people are threatened. We have a society where people are threatened by other people's intellect. They are threatened by their smartness. They are threatened by so many other things that sometimes you just be like, why is this person so like that? Why are this, um, you know, I'm pretty sure some of you have experienced it because I have experienced it to the point where people are afraid to even bring you closer, and they know very well that they can benefit from you. You know, and that's one thing I've learned in this war is that in order for you to be successful, you have to bring people around you, good people around you, successful people around you, who you can learn from. Because you do not know everything. You do not know everything. And this is what the PR is doing. Because if you look at the Unity Party, you look at the CDC, you look at other political institutions, there are people who have been placed in roles that they don't even need to be in. And instead of them breaking on smart people who are also part of those political parties, they are afraid, because it's a mindset thing. If I bring this person over, they will come and take over my job. No, if you bring somebody over, and I'm not saying these things don't happen, but what I would do as a smart person is that, or as a leader, is to be able to learn from that person. And that's one thing. I don't know if I can share this, but that the Franchelle tell me if I should. One thing when Dad reached out to me, she said that, Masa, you and I over the years we have disagreed on so many things, but we have been very, very respectful. Places that we need to agree, we agree on, and we also respectful. So I know that you will have my back. I know there are things that I will be doing that I might not think is wrong, but you will be able to tell me because I know you're not afraid of telling me. That's exactly what she told me. Other people would be afraid, you know, to bring people who disagree with them on things that are not even harmful, are not even hurtful, but it's just things that would be able to strengthen the institution. They're afraid to bring these people around them. But guess what? They want to use you. They want to use you from a distance. So Mr. Jada is not the only victim of these kind of people or institutions. A lot of us we are. A lot of us we are. If I tell you when CDC was in power, because I was never a citizen, never think the only party in my life I've ever been a member of is the Unity Party, and that was when I left from high school. Young person jump into this Ellington, I want a female president, and blah blah blah, and fighting all year and there and raising money and those kind of stuff. So the second party I ever officially joined is the CNC. So when I supported CDC, I remember a lot of them, they reach out to me, based on the work I can do. Oh, Masa, can you write out this project? Can you do this? Can you do that? I did it. Guess what? Even when I went to the Ministry of Education that to present the project, and I talked to the Minister of Education then, he spoke to me. He told me exactly what he needed me to do. I did everything. Went down there, these people could not even pick up their phone. I'm telling you that could not even pick up their phone. Even I remember when I came, when I in Delaware, these people were fighting to get to know our state senator, Senator Coons, because by then was he's our Congress, right? He was the chairperson on security or something. These people been fighting to get to Senator Coons. They could not get to Senator Coons. And we met with Senator Coons because I have one of my colleagues here, she works with one of our congresswomen, so she knows very well their politics and everything. So when I want to connect people, I just call her and then she schedule meeting with all these people. So I told her if I plan arrangement for her and some other people to go to Liberia because they wanted to do something in Liberia. And we make that arrangement, everything. I wasn't even on a trip to go there. This is my first time sharing this in public. But I just sharing it to tell you, to just tell you the way Mr. Jada has been used. Instead of using people, bring them. Let them be able to show their potential, what they can do for your institution and grow that institution. Went to talk letter from Senator Coons. Senator Coons told us when I was sending my colleagues from Delaware to Liberia, if I wasn't on the trip because by then I was just getting ready for graduation. And my brother was like, "Oh, you can bring this." Almost all of them. It was their first time visiting. So he was like, "You got to be part of the trip. You can't just send the people to Morovia and you're not there." So I had to take 1 week off from work to go to Liberia and be part of that trip. And we had this letter message from Senator Coons. So he delivered this message to President Weah Dad, you know how many big people I know in government, I knew in the CDC government, and even in the United Party government. But can you imagine these people? They rather take people who got nothing to benefit our country to meet with President Weah. But people who struggling to make sure that our people are well taken care of, they don't even want to create the audience. So when I came back, we brought a letter back, and we told Senator Combs we could not get hold of George Weah. You know, and I went in their chat room. That I went in their chat room. Guess what these people were talking? What they were discussing, trying to pay, bloggers and teenagers to defend government. That's the thing that pissed me off. In our chat room, I told them, I said, look, you guys are not serious for the Liberian people. I said, you guys are not serious. I said, some of us, we are professionals. We took upon our time, left this country to go to Liberia in order for us to help this government. But what did you guys do? Play fun out of us. I said, guess what? Took a letter from Senator Combs that you're being fighting to meet. He sent us to Monrovia, Liberia, to hand deliver this letter to George Weah. You refused. Guess what, Dad? That's when all of them started calling me, including McGill. All of them, they started calling me, begging me. My friend, I told my friend, I said, I drive here, I'm not going. I said, I'm not going back to Liberia. I didn't want her to pay our ways to come out. I said, no, I'm not going back to Liberia. I drive said, I said, you know that our country will get give up on our country. I said, no. I said, I'm not going to waste my time. And later on, she might be sister. So she's gonna calm me down and everything. And that's how they were able to send delegation here. How it ended up, we don't know. I'll save that for another time. But it tells you that how many people like Mr. Jada who has the potential to change things and being in an institution that people did not even recognize his potential. Not that they are not aware of it, but they don't want to use it. They don't want to place it in the role that he'll be able to work better. And I think it was a good idea for him to leave. And I just want to tell our listening audience on social media in Monrovia surroundings, listen, you have so much potential in you. If an institution has no growth, it's time for you to exit. Trust me. No growth in an institution, I'm exiting. And that's one thing I tell people, my friends here. I said, why you don't have, you want to go? I said, look, even if I'm working anywhere that, if I'm not happy being there, I'm going to resign. I can't force myself to be anywhere. I will resign. I don't care how much you pay me, I'll resign. So that's the same thing we want to tell our people. If you forget about this CDC, the Unity Party, and then I saw one other person, oh, some of you who are against CDC and Unity Party and contesting must rather just know that you cannot win without CDC and Unity Party. I say, you see, that's the problem because you guys only know how to use our people during campaign time and then abandon them once you win the election. That's it. And so these are the messages that we're going to take out there to our people. You only want to use them for you to gain power and then abandon them. So we want to say welcome to Mr. Chada. We are glad that the PL was able to put you in a place where you can work. And, I'm not really close to him. I'm not like anything, but I think being friends with him on social media, I've seen some of his write up, I've seen some of his arguments, I've read them, and I think we have even had our one or two back and forth on issues. So I think he's the best fit for the job, and I think CMC will really get to know who Chikochala is. So welcome on board, and we look forward to working with you. So I'm not going to go to Mr. Toby. Is Mr. Toby still with us?
I don't see him, Masa. I think his internet may be giving trouble. He was here briefly and then he left.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go to Dr. V. Dr. V, we were just going around the table as usual to discuss what's on your mind and some of the issues coming from out of our country and also some of the things surrounding our political leaders. So is there anything that, that attracts you this week? Share with us.
Yeah. Thank you. Says Massa, thank Doc, thanks to all of the panelists, says Vic and Winston, thank you all for having me here again, once again. And I'm glad to be here. And to all the listeners out there, we say thank you. Without you, will not be here. And what concerned me, you know, what have been concerning to me is this Christmas season, this holiday season in Liberia. Parents are struggling to get close on their children. People in some part of Liberia are wondering if they're going to even get chicken soup because of the road condition. They can't access those things easily. Some of the cars that were carrying those goods to those villages, those cars are stuck. They don't even know if those cars are going to move to those villages for this holiday season for people to even get chicken soup to put it in their soup and cook for the holiday season. Yet our president is traveling. He don't have no remorse. Some on their trip, you can send some of your cabinet minister while you stay in the country to assess the problem the people are facing, to know what some of the problems are, to be able to find a solution to them. But you find pleasure in taking private jet to travel all over the place that don't yield no result to Liberians. And I've been, thinking about that. How can we have a rescue government that don't have the interests of the people? So it's concerning. It is very concerning because some of our parents out there, they're not going to get chicken soup. As simple as chicken soup is, to put it in a soup for their children to get meal for this holiday season because of simple road conditions. But yet our president promised them that in 100 days there will be car will not stuck in any mud, but all over the place there's no road. You can see the videos coming out in every corner of those villages, from those places that car could go there easily. And one of the things that attract me about the PL know the political system in Liberia. He know how to engage the people. He all over the place, knowing the problems of the people, and not just
that I am. I'm sorry, just a second. There's a
feedback.
noise from the back that someone need to mute. I think so. I think it's good now.
What our government need to be doing, that's what the PL is doing. The PL is everywhere listening to the people and finding solutions to the people's problems. And that really excites me. And he should continue to do that. Because he's not a political leader that will sit in the office with a lot of security behind him and stuff. But he all over the place, sitting with the people, listening to the people, eating with the people, drinking with the people, knowing the common problem the people are facing. And he trying to solve some of them, even though you don't have state resources, you don't have state power, and he doing all of that. That's one of the things that excited me about the PL, and that's some of the things that concern me about Liberia, especially the under this so-called rescue government.
Thank you, Dr. Feed. I'm glad you mentioned that because that was exactly what Wisdom was talking. The old man just traveling everywhere and bringing nothing home. And then they always, the thing, the other time we were talking about Unity Party, they are very good when it comes to propaganda, right? So they will bring out it just to distract the audience or political oppositions from saying stuff or questioning the old man. I mean, what did you bring back home after your long trip or Lazarus trip? they will always try to bring out something that will distract the audience from the real issues, which is our president just traveling all over the place with taxpayer money. Like you said, some of these trips send representative to let people go and represent you. It will cost taxpayer less money if you send somebody, a regular person, than you, the president, just flying all over the place and bringing nothing back home. But then again, this, like you said, this is the party that came in to rescue the Liberian people, and they have already rescued themselves. They are not planning for their December 6th. Like you said, look at the roads condition. Look at our people. We don't even know what they're going to be eating this coming Christmas. Christmas holiday is a big deal in Liberia. What our people going to eat, they don't even know. But we definitely know what those who came to rescue them, what they're going to be having, what they're going to be eating. They're going to be building over 13 or 15 offices in the country that they call political party headquarters. And so that's where their money, taxpayer money, is going to be spent on those 13 or 15 political party headquarters in the country. And then what becomes of Mary? What becomes of Mama? What becomes of the old lady who's going to work every day or going to the market every day, and nobody to even buy her pepper, to buy all of her market that she took to sell because people don't have money. But yeah, those are concerning. And I think that's the reason why all of us, we are here to discuss those issues and be able to play to the Liberian people why we do not need unity party re-election, why we think the CNC is the best alternative, and why they should vote for the CNC. So thank you for sharing those thoughts, valid points. And Mr. Toby with us.
No.
Okay, so we were gonna get some updates from Mr. Toby, but again, let me just go around because I know sometimes when panelists are speaking, sometimes they resonate with the others. So, what do you guys pick up from each other? We can start with you, Wisdom.
Yeah, thank you. It's a very good conversation, and I will just go to Dr. Yang firstly. I think he says something that is very important. I think what the PL said about even the budget, the 1.2 billion United States dollar budget. If you look at the budget, you get to know that this is just a show eating budget, or it's a budget for the elite people, or, the first class citizen. So as such, you'll see that even when there are days coming where Liberians need to celebrate, Liberians need to get together and celebrate the progress of their country on that day, to celebrate, the achievement we have had over the period. You see that, the people will not be involved with the celebration. So Darayan said that there are people who already knows that, they are not going to celebrate this Christmas. They're not going to celebrate the new year because of the poverty rate in the country right now and the way the extreme conditions, the people live in Liberia right now. So I think this Christmas and New Year, something should be used by the government to sit and reflect, to sit with the people to reflect the kind of struggle they are going through right now. Because if you look at the MCC scorecard, it tells you that, Liberia is at the extreme level right now in terms of, low employment rates, in terms of girls, children not having the opportunity to education, to better education, and the hope of the young people is dying down. So how do we intend to build the future leader we want to see taking over the country? How do the government intend to create opportunity for Liberians to be employed? I think the people will be going to the end of this year with the hope of having better life next year. So the government needs to sit and reflect and make sure that, what they will be able to learn from what the PR have said already, that our budget should not just be budget for the elite people. It should be budget that reflects, the value of the people we represent, or that reflect, the living condition of the people. So I think the government needs to sit this time around and reflect when we go to next year so they can be able to step up that game to do more. And again, I will encourage the government just to close up on there. I know when Mr. Tobe comes, we will be able to talk about all the topic. But just to close up on this, um, I think it is about time that the government reflect that when we are entering in 2026, they'll be able to consider private public partnership to develop our country. The government will be able to call the political leaders of CMC to sit on the table, on the round table. Let us plan this country together. Let's move our country forward. In other country, seats are given to opposition. Everyone need to be involved with national development plans. Everybody need to come together and give their ideas. And the PL, if you look at the stand of the PL, if you look at how consistently he's been speaking about the ills in the society, the injustice, the poor healthcare system. He's been speaking about poor road connectivities and all of that. He's been talking everything. I think the PL is more open up to, coming on the table to recommend to government, to make sure that the needs of the people are met. Our concern as a CMC is not for this government to fail, because we believe that if this government fail, the Liberian people going to suffer. We want this government feet to be put on fire, to know their responsibility, to provide safe environment for our people. Even though we know that we're going to unseat them 2029, but we cannot sit and say we want this government to fail. We think there are ideas that we can bring on board, there are recommendations we can make, there are partnership we can do to make sure and improve the living conditions of our people. So I hope when we enter in 2026, the government will be able to consider serious-minded opposition leader, the Honorable Musa Hassan Bility. Call him on board, sit together, let us plan our country together. When 2029 comes closer, everybody going to run that campaign, but this time around is about Liberia, and this is what we are committed to improve the life of the people. Thank you.
Thank you, Wisdom. Thank you. Those were really good points. And like you said, this is the end of the year, right? Mostly, I don't know about you guys, but I know for sure at the end of the year, I always have like this list of goals. That's when I write down my goals, and be able to look back and see what I've achieved from my previous list. And then if I know I'm not going to achieve it, I'm going to roll it over. So this is the best time for reflection. And this is a government that came into power, you know, I should say, very desperate. They showed that they were really in the best interest of the Liberian people. And as desperate as they were, the Liberian people too, they were desperate. They were desperate to leave from honor the leadership of George Weah and the CDC. So you have two desperate people who met, even though the Liberian people already knew that they were not going to get anything different, but it's like, you just excited to leave from honor somebody who is already torturing you, to get honor the person who have already tortured you 12 years ago. But then you think they have already they have changed. They were able to make some decisions that are in the best interest of the Liberian people, but only to find out that they really did not change. They just came to continue from where they stopped 12 years ago. And that's exactly the predicament that the Liberian people are in. And this is old man, our father, who came here with this whole rescue mission idea. And once he was elected, he said that no car was going to get stuck. But now look at how many cars have been stuck, including the NTA buses that they even brought in the country just 2 weeks ago. So where are the roads? Where are the places that this government can show us that no cars have been stopped? You know, and then he also talks about employment, like you talk about the MCC school. The MCC school talks about employment, not employing your people. The MCC school talks about healthcare. Look at how deployable the healthcare condition is in our country. And then the lack of how you call it, education. Look at our education system in our country. you know so this is the very best time, the perfect time for a government, a serious government in the best interest of the Liberian people, to really be able to sit down, or even the president, to reflect on what they have So I'm sorry. You also have a budget that you just, can you guys hear me? Sorry. You just increase, you just to 1.2 billion. This is the best time to educate your people about the importance of increasing your budget to 1.2 billion, because this is the first time it has happened in our history. So y'all say y'all got a lot of smart people, a lot of educated people. I mean, like the basic things, we can't even see that for this government. And I discouraging, very, very discouraging. And so thank you for raising those points. Thanks to you too, Dr. V, for raising those points. Now go to Vicky. Vicky, what do you think?
Thank you so much, Maz, for giving me the opportunity again to kind of, yeah, like everyone keeps saying, we are making points, some good points. I know Dad came on and said and pointed the same thing about the budget at the period, kept talking about it. That Vule came, yeah, came and talked about how people are suffering and the government don't care and they're traveling. My thing is for some of you, I see that, I feel for you. I feel bad for you because you surprised. You thought that it was going to be better. But for some of us, I'm not surprised. I am not disappointed either, because these are things that we knew was going to happen. We knew everything was going to happen. We were against what Joshua was doing. For me personally, I was an opposition. I was on the other side. I didn't want Joshua to be in office. But then I didn't want for Joseph Boaga to even take office either. Those are things that we discussed, we spent time discussing over and over. First of all, Unity Party didn't have a platform. They didn't promise the Liberian people anything. The only word that they thought they were running around with it like Conde chicken was, we are here to rescue you. So, okay, I understand that, rescue you from bad governance, rescue you from poverty, from weak economic system, rescue you from that. But it was never explicit what they were going to do, what they were going to start with, what was the weaknesses we were going to attack. Nothing. George Weah was in power. We said we said he was playful, because when I say thought, we said he was playful. We said that he was not addressing key issues like Liberia it was going through. We said that his timing of celebration was not right. When people had died, 2-3 persons had died, and then the next day he's singing praise and worship. That was not sympathetic. We felt we said a lot that it was not him, it was the people that were behind him. They were greedy, they did this, they did that. But at the same time, UL was not paying tuition. It was free education for UL. When George Weah left office, when George was leaving, people were saying, what about this? George Weah do this, and the people of UL are not paying, the students are not paying tuition. Wasn't there something, I think Winston, you said something that the government should learn from what from the CMC, and maybe have a common ground with the CMC, sit and talk things out to help out. If these people cannot pick up from what the government that they condemn so much, if they cannot pick up from their mistakes, you think they will want to collaborate? They will want to even learn? I don't think they're willing to learn. Come on, example. George Weah administration, there was free tuition at the UL. If you come in power and kick George Weah out, and you coming up with a budget, education is the fund for education is that little. What are you taking? What are you rescuing Liberia from? That should have been the thing. Okay, even though our administration, we're not going to make the UL tuition free, but let's do this something tangible for the education sector. None of that happening. They're not prioritizing anything. They don't care. You did it, like you said. Now, okay, everybody don't work in the government. So part of the reason is everybody is waiting land one job in the government. Joseph Boakai cannot give everybody a job or appoint everybody in Liberia. But they're not even collaborating with other private sector. Which, so like you said, other businesses, and they talk about maybe percentage, talk about and compensation that hire the people the government cannot do alone. Even the Musa Hassan Belede himself, they could make deal with him. He's entrepreneur. They're not looking at that. And they're not even focusing on the most important stuff. Like my brother said, that was Fleur said, Liberia, these people, they are playing with the Liberian people. Things that has to do with Liberian men Christmas celebration, Liberian men July 26th celebration, Liberian men, those are important stuff to Liberian people. These people join club, they join Susu from January, looking forward to December. So at least if they're not enjoying every day, they don't drink soft drink every day. Those are the days they look forward to at least to drink soft drink or a bottle of soft drink. If the economy is worse, that these people are not getting to this, and you come and say, oh, government, you are turning your people against you. That people take this thing very seriously, and you're flying everywhere. So for me, that's United Party. That people spend time, they just make him and said, I'm different. I'm not United Party. The United Party, you guys think I was an old car parked in the garage. So I would be different. That from there alone, like people should have just learned from it that he didn't take responsibility of errors. He didn't take accountability of what went wrong. Instead, he took himself out and said, I'm different. I wasn't part of it. A VP said he was not part of it, but he cannot show a project as a VP. He cannot show any documentation or proposal that he sent out to the president and the president rejected. There was nothing there to show. Yet that people couldn't listen. And then look at what's going on. That's yeah, I would just say that. They can fix it. Can they fix it? Yes, they can fix it. Can they start fresh in 2026 now that we are talking and we are actually helping them out? Pointing all these little things that the government is not doing, all the bad governance, we are helping them out. Those are places they need to pick up from and learn. But are they going to do it? Let's look forward to 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky. I'm glad you said that. And sadly, this is a president who boasts of having 42 years in public service, and also we are all excited that he's no longer living on loan because now he lives on the Liberian people money. So, kudos to him. But even though he's not living on the Liberian people money, the Liberian people also need to enjoy the fair share of their money, the same money that rescued him. Because this is a president who was living on loan. I don't understand how anybody gonna work in government for 42 years, 12 years of vice presidency, and then you come and tell us that you've been living on loan, and then in 1 year time you are already rich. Your children, they are rich, and then we also see you building 10 million plus property in Lofa County that's yet to even you are yet to even address the Liberian people on that property. Who owns that property? Where the money coming from? You are yet to address the Liberian people on that. But then again, we see you trying to go after Claudia, for whatever she built over there that's helping less privileged children. You're trying to go after it. I don't want to speak on it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have not been able to go in depth really about it. So I'll just leave it as it is. But I don't think it's a good idea for you to really deceive the Liberian people and then take over, and you cannot even do the basic things for them. and you just flying all over the place. You and your children, you're just flying all over the place. You criticize George Weah of traveling with over 10, 15, 20 people at an event, and you are traveling with even more than that. You cannot even give account of those people that you are traveling with. So again, this is the government that came to rescue us, and they are rescuing themselves. So I don't know how 2026 will be. I don't look forward to seeing anything different, because by the end of 2026, Bear Iman and Feki, the people are building 13 to 15 political headquarters. So that will be the success story for 2026. So I'm not looking forward to anything that's benefited Liberian people in 2026, other than the political party headquarters that Unity Party is focused on right now. And guess what? That money is already in the $1.2 billion budget. But they will be able to justify it, because they place that money in ministries that you and I would not even know how that money was withdrawn from there to go towards their project. By the end of the day, let me tell you, everything is vanity, right? At the end of the day, it's just a structure. You see from the Liberian people, who knows? You know, you're not going to benefit from it, and that's just it. But thank you for sharing. Before we go to Dr. Francia, I just wanted to go through the comments, because we have our viewers, we have our people watching us. So let me take a look at some of the comments that they left for us. Hold on, I'm pretty much new to this thing. Yeah, I'll try my best. Okay, I see Honorable Judge Bode. Is this the real Judge Bode or somebody using his name?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's Josh Bode.
okay, the real
Yeah,
Josh Bode.
yeah, with SKTV.
Josh Bode with SKT, Honorable Josh Bode. Okay, I thought it was the Josh Bode. I think he was the senator or representative in Liberia.
I
Okay,
think
tell you what.
that's Steve from SKTV.
Okay, all right. Okay, Steve from SKTV. Thank you for your emojis. And then I'm seeing AB Moba. I'm following Mama. Sorry guys, I'm very terrible when it comes to names. Pass away. I'll call your last name because your first name, I don't want to get it mixed up. Greetings, Starter, and everyone in here. Thank you. Pass away. Why am I not? I saw a lot of comments. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Okay. Hold on.
I think Doc could read it from her end. She
Oh,
she
that
might
can
be
read
seeing
it.
all of the
Okay.
comments. Yeah, she might be
I
seeing all of
can
the comments.
see it. I just trying
I
to
can
get used
I
to.
can help you.
Okay, we got Victor here. Victor Nangme. Victor, yeah, so you're supposed to be with us in the comment section. Okay. Honorable Musa, Development Benedict Pekin. Thank you. So, Musa Vaiduna. Hello, CMC family. Hello, Musa. Thanks for being here with us. Martin, I'm watching from Morovia. Thank you, Martin. Um, Fitzgerald Morris, good evening. Watching from Corway, Deesville Junction. Thank you, Fitzgerald, for watching. Alex Rogers, I'm following from Kakata, Magibi County. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I know it's late in Morovia, but you guys are still up. Thank you. I'm following for Chicken Soup Factory Golf. Burma Ibrahim Kuya. Burma Ibrahim Kuya. Thank you for following us. Sarah, Cindy, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah is my friend on Facebook. Thanks for being here with us. Albertina, Albertina, thank you for being here. Good evening. How are you doing today? We're doing great. Thank you for being here with us. And I think that's all I can see so far. But we just want to say thank you to all of you watching us on Facebook as well as in Monrovia, Liberia, and surroundings. This is Liberia's Insight, where we discuss our political leader, Honorable Musa Beliti, and we also discuss everything CMC. So thank you for joining us. Do we still have Mr. Toby with us? Okay, so Mr. Toby is not here. All right, so I'll go to the different show because we were going around. Different show, anything?
Yeah, I first of all just want to tell you guys you're doing a wonderful job as panelists, and also Masa, for your first time moderating. You are actually doing a great job. I think our fellow panelists will all agree with you, and the people in Liberia who are listening will all agree. I want to thank you for joining us. I think Dr. V said that if it were not for you, we wouldn't be here. So thank you for always coming. We know that, as Masa said, that it's very late in Liberia right now, but you took the time to be here. So it tells me that you are very, very interested in what's going on in our country, and you're willing to make a contribution. I just wanted to again just reiterate the budget. You know, I talked the political leader letter that he wrote to the legislature and the Liberian people talked about three things. He talked about how this $363 million proposal to build the rural areas, rehabilitate the rural areas, roads in the northwestern and the western sector of Liberia, section of Liberia, is he's questioning the proposal money that is allotted for this. He said that it could be built for less, and I believe that because we're talking about a savvy businessman, somebody who knows how to negotiate, somebody who's built roads before, so he has the experience. And so when Winston talk about including him in some of these discussions or including oppositions in some of these discussions. But Masa talk about, we don't know everything. And so that's what we have to be mindful. Like, yeah, okay, I might think I making a proposal, but somebody who descending from the proposal I make could be adding on to my thoughts, could be making me see things another way. So this is why it's good to keep opposition alive. Don't become a regime collaborator or regime speaker, because you want to be recognized, or you want to be honored, or you want to be paid extra or whatever. You are there to speak for the Liberian people. So this is why dissension is good. I also wanted to talk about, Dr. V mentioned this time of the year, he's very worried. He's worried, just like all of us on this panel. And something that I think we have not mentioned, this time of the year, we start to put money away for our friends and families back home. I can say I know there's many of us here that have family members that we are looking at sending at least maybe they $25 here, they $100 here, they $50 here, because we want to partner with you. We want so that you can have a good holiday, just like we eat here, but sometimes we're not eating for, better, we're eating just for appetite or better for whatever, because we worry about our people home. Okay, so this holiday is so crucial that chicken success, as Dr. V said, some people can't even afford to buy because the country is hard. Okay, we've been talking about how there's a rise in stress and worry about the country. It was in Front Page Africa, and credits to you, Front Page Africa, reported there's a rise in stress and worry, which leads to there's a mental health crisis on the verge if we don't already have one in our country right now. Because when you have mental health issues going on with you, it's hard for you to be productive. You are suffering from anxiety, you constantly worrying, you are debilitated in some way. When you suffer from depression, you isolate, you're not giving your best to the country. So these are things that we are praying for, that our government takes seriously and invest in the people of Liberia. And this is where CMC come into place. We are for you. This is, if anybody wants to ask what makes us different, we are for the Liberian people for too long, people. Okay, we have had budget in, budget out, budget in for what, over 170 something years. We have not even focused on working for the Liberian people. Okay, We have not yet we heard rescue team in the care. This whole plan are going to come and do the infrastructure. They were going to come and do the agriculture. They were going to come and do, sanitation, what have you. But what have they done? You know, somebody said to me, Dr. V talked what they said, and one of the reasons why he worried because the car can go places to take the people the bag of rice and the chicken soup that they need for the holiday. Okay. And so our Pierre, when he wrote in his budget, I will just read a little bit before. He said in the third instrument, the first two was the one I told you about, the $363 million that he want to allow to build roads in the western and northwestern region. And then the second was this rental deal, which we will talk about here. Okay, we'll read about it and we'll come and explain it to you, our people. This deal, our peer is saying that, or the political leader of CMC is saying that it's not a good deal. Then the third thing he talked about was this budget. He said that a budget should be an instrument that will help guide the country. It's like you having a house. It's like you having a farm. When you're scared in the morning, you say, "On my farm, this is the budget for my household." Okay, I will pay the employees because in like bro, we got plenty of land there, so you will not be paying mortgage here. We gotta pay mortgage to that mortgage to our budget here. But in like prayer, say I'll pay the employees. Okay, okay. I want to plant maybe pepper or whatever on my farm. I will put money there for pepper. So you make your budget for the things. Okay, my children school fee. You put money there for it. All right. That is the budget. That is, as our peers said, that should be your highest responsibility to stick to that budget so that then you should have outcomes. Okay. You should say at the end of the year, as Master said, you should say, okay, this is what I accomplished. But our people that we elected in the house to me is a very, very responsible body in government because they represent almost all the districts got a representative. They speak for the people. And he says so it's the highest responsibility. The budget is not a political document. The budget, as our peer said, is not the political leader of CNC said, is not just an issue. Okay? The budget should be able to work for the Liberian people. It should be an operating manual, he said, of our country and must reflect the needs of our people. You can't have our peer going to Bon County and seeing the needs of our people trying to cross river, okay, where the children and they fear for. You're Liberian people, you're listening to me and you're on this show listening to me. Can you imagine trying to cross river that there's a huge, great possibility that you'll fall down in the river before you go to school? How will your brain be for you to think, to be able to do the math, 1 plus 2? Okay? Or how you conjugate the verb that it will tell you to do in school. You're able to do that. Huh? Isn't that stress enough for the children? Eh? Or you pregnant, you carrying baby in your stomach, you carrying Liberia, the next generation for Liberia, and then you gotta be able to walk on bridge, okay, to say you come to come across. I mean the stress, the anxiety alone, will just make you want to collapse, not give you the courage to want to move on to even carry the child or move on to even go to school or just even normal person. So our peer gotta go tell Prince Moy, who is supposed to be the senator of Bon County, okay, to say, okay, you need these, you need to develop this way. This is what they've been doing. The budget in the country is supposed to be an operating budget, an operating manual for the country that must reflect the needs of the people, not the priorities. And according to our political leader of the CFC, or those who wish to enrich themselves. So time immemorial, these people have been they've been trying to be enriching themselves. They have not prioritized the people of Liberia. And this is what CMC is different. You want to go up, you want to go down. Our PL is developmental oriented. He said this is what makes us different. And I'm gonna stop it. He says we must redirect all the spending they not do. They not go put plenty of money in the budget to say, okay, we'll make the budget 1 point something billion. But where's the money? He said we should redirect the spending. Go look at the budget right now, people, to agriculture. The real agriculture in that we're talking about like the thing what they just putting being there on top of. Get tools for the people to go and work. In the farm, we got plenty of land. Develop factory. where we can plant the cassava and get plenty cassava so the people can work. They can fix farina, they can fix gari, they can fix our fufu. You know, I hate coming to this weekend. I had to go buy fufu for my guests in here. I had to go into the Philadelphia area. Imagine the fufu in the box we have to buy it. Why we can't be exporting those things to the outside world, my people? What make the other people then smarter than us from Nigeria or from Asia that we can't afford it? So the
And we
PSA should,
ready to have Dr. Franchelle, we're ready to have the organic, the real
yes,
organic.
I know. You know, so he said we should direct. Let me just stop here to direct our spending to agriculture, to educating. We're not even talking about education yet. I'm sure you're not receiving some of the letters and you're not seeing some of the people, our children, the country. You know, Liberia used to be the beacon of education. Look at all of you here. The way you're talking about issues, the way you're thinking about issues. We used to be the beacon of education. So we should talk about healthcare. You know, to go look at it, people dying. I today I put on Facebook, I saw funeral of people dying of fire. The
Hmm.
ambulance we even got
Hmm.
those kind of things. You know, youth development about 60 to 70% of the population in our country. We should be focusing on that development, and there's ways we can do it. Okay, rural infrastructure, the energy, electricity. I just heard news today that the people in parts of Nima are upset because what is it, Jungle Electric that was supposed to be in that area there, they questioning the bill. Okay, they're questioning if they're getting the correct energy, the economic empowerment for women, for the youth, for Liberian businesses, content development fund. How that one part, we're not even going to how that one is used. And he said proper monitoring of extractive industry. All of the iron ore, all of the gold that we can get in our country, where the money going when the people are extracted? They make billions about. I was seeing to tell my, in fact, my husband called my attention to this. There's, I think, crude oil in Grand Pasa. I don't know if you saw that on social media. So it just coming off the ground, and that needs to be checked and looked at our government. And the government needs to speak to us. What is it? People are wondering, what is it? So our PL, the political leader of CMC, is saying we need to recalibrate, and instead of making a budget that will only enrich a few people, let's prioritize our people. The number one thing, if I didn't tell you anything today, CMC is here to prioritize the Liberian people. So thank you, Masa. Yeah, I'm sorry I had to be in and out because I still got company. You can hear some of the noise, and I gotta be accepting and welcoming them. You know. Thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you, Dr. Richardson. Those are great points, and I'm glad you were able to read that letter. And I hope that, Unity Party people who spend a lot of time on the PS page only with the intention to attack or just, have an opposite response to some of the things that he posts over there. I hope they can also look at that letter and be able to, help them out, because like you said, the budget does not reflect the Liberian people. It does not show that this is a responsible government that cares about the well-being and the welfare of the Liberian people. It does not even address the arrest agenda that it came under the banner of rescue. Is more like rescuing themselves as an individual than the country and the Liberian people. So we hope they can also, read that letter and be able to, like you said, a budget. It's just the budget. The budget can be um, where money are placed right now. It can also be reallocated, for something else. So it doesn't mean that because the house passed the budget, so you can just go by the flow. No, your Ministry of Finance can do reallocation, to to places where the needs are greater. And we are telling you that we need to see more of that in healthcare. We need to see more of that in education. We need to see more of that in youth empowerment, and that is training and be able to employ young people. So thank you, Dr. Richardson, for sharing that. I know Mr. Toby is not here, and we have maybe 30 minutes to go. Um, And we also discussed a lot about Unity Party upcoming nationwide headquarters. But then I just want to give, you guys the opportunity if you want to talk about that and, ask some critical questions, or if you have some critical ideas that you want to share, especially on the funding of those headquarters. Like, are they going to be funded by taxpayer money? Do you think those faces that they have on these different counties or places where the headquarters are going to be built, do you think these people can even raise the money for those headquarters, or it's just a showmanship that they are putting out there? That, and then they also have like this thing, the highest county that will win the fundraiser we have on the wall or something they said. Anybody has any question or concern about that at this moment in our country history, while people are hungry, our country is underdeveloped, and then we have a sitting president, a sitting political party that have been in power for the last 12 years, came back only to, undertake a big project like building their party headquarters in all of the district, all of the counties.
Yes, I want to say something to that. You know, going back to what we were just talking about, we are in a critical time of our country where people don't have any direction of feeding themselves for the holiday season. The government you stood in the rain for, the government you stress vain for, the government that you sacrifice a lot of stuff, to the extent that even some of you took your last penny and spent behind this government in coming to power. That government, instead of looking after you every night, any other day, the particular time of the year, like the honorable chair lady said, this is a time that many Liberians look up to. This is a time that a lot of children, all of the children in Liberia, this is a time that they want to wear new shoes, new clothes, to go from house to house, from to their aunt to their uncle with their new clothes. And a lot of our parents that selling their better boy in the market, they will go all day, not penny they will get. But that government that you brought to power, that government today, all you hear about, instead of talking to you, even if they're not giving you anything, instead of talking to you, but all you hear about is, oh, December 6th, Green Day. So what Green Day, my people, to my old man there, my papa there in the villages, will Green Day bring food to the table on this holiday season? Party headquarters. Why are they prioritizing party headquarters over the people? Why? These are the questions that ring in the heads of many Liberians today. So that's the government. You see, honorability, what honorability is doing, that what the government need to be doing. When you see honorability, he's somewhere, the people telling him, oh, this is what really we need see happen in our community. Every time you see him in some type of community, engaging with the people, listening to the people, sitting with the people, and talking with the people. And this is what the government need to be doing. To my people, my brothers and sisters, to all of like I live around the rehab or Boakai house. How many times Boakai have come out of that fence without being in his car and sit down right by that fence and say, I want to talk to my Liberian people here today, to my neighbors. Let me hear them out. How many times? How many times? So this government don't have your interests. This is the time that you will know that this government don't have your interests. Liberia the CMC have proven to Liberians that the 5 point some more million people, they're not just in Monrovia, because the CMC is everywhere in the villages, building the bridges, laying the roads, connecting people. This is what the government need to be doing. This is your state-owned resources that is in charge, in the hands of those people that you put them in power. These are the things that they need to be doing. You're not begging for it. You expect them to do it. You implore them. You're the one implore them. You're the one paying them. So when they're not living up to the tax, to your expectation, you come out. See what's happening in Uganda now. The people are showing themselves in Uganda that, yes, we are tired with this. Liberians, you can do the same. And the CMC is different in this whole struggle. Why the CMC is different? The CMC is listening to you. The CMC is sitting with you. When they say your Christmas will be good, this is the time that you will know that your Christmas will be good, because you will know it from the eve. The Christmas of the CMC government in Liberia, you know that definitely it will be good, because why? The CMC is already showing it. We told y'all, like Sex Vic said, we told y'all from the beginning that Liberia owner Joseph Boakai would not go nowhere. Y'all didn't listen to us. Because we're speaking from experience, we're speaking, we did all the analysis of Joseph Boakai. 42 years of experience that you boasting of today, you cannot show nothing we can point out today. Today's Joseph Boakai Foundation now is one of the best in Liberia, but Joseph Boakai Foundation, all the long, the 42 years, you could not find, you can't point out anything that Joseph Boakai Foundation did for the 42 years. You can't touch it. Joseph Boakai, all the concession, when you hear Liberia talking about concession, these are the companies that were coming, that came to Liberia to employ you, to employ your children, so your children too can have income. Under his watch, Joseph Boakai sat there and collected bribe. But today, Joseph Boakai is not audited, and people are saying he not corrupt. But he collected bribe. All those 66 companies that came to Liberia today is not in your interest. And now they still, you brought him back, and he's still bringing some of those company back to exploit you again. That the one we're talking about, the Oriental deal. So my people, this is serious. This is not politics. Don't play politics with your life, with your daily living. Don't play politics with that. Because you don't know when you go to bed today, you don't know what's going to happen if you will wake up tomorrow. So you have to, when in your today, you got to take your today very serious. You got to take it very serious. Because all of you that putting better ball on your hair, going to the market every day, you don't know if that's going to continue all the time. People are going down with stroke every day in Liberia. So CMC is the way forward. CMC is doing what the government that in charge of your state resources supposed to be doing. Honorable Musa Belete is everywhere in the trenches, sitting with the people. But all you hear from the people that you implore is party headquarters. That all you hear. You never hear none of the government official, oh, I'm in Grand Jude, I'm in Lofa, in Foya, I'm in this, sitting with the people. You're not hearing them right now. But all you keep hearing on this holiday season, in the hard time, is you bring your father out, go build party headquarters. All the money they put in at 1.2 billion, that the money now, because if it went to all of them, all these guys in the government, they put it to their salary, and that the money now they're going to go collect, take from that, 1.2 billion down to go and build party headquarters with it.
Thank you.
In the name of we raise money. No, that money comes to that same budget. So my people, do not play politics with your daily life. This is serious. This is a time in the AIA, this is a time that we should mean business, and we should stand in the face of our leaders and tell them boldly, this is what we want to happen, and we should take steps towards that. We should not just be talking. Gone are those days that we live in our own with God. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. V. Thank you for those points. And yes, if you are listening to us on Facebook, if you are watching us, you are listening to us on Facebook in Monrovia, Liberia, surroundings. I think you have heard it all. This government came into power to rescue us, and so far nobody have been rescued. Only government officials have been rescued, and the Unity Party, all rotten headquarters are about to be rescued. Imagine, in 13, 15 different places. All those old parties. In fact, some of them never even had headquarters there, but they are now ready to build headquarters there. And like that the V said, all we are hearing now is June 6th, June 6th, June 6th. And I just want to add up to our Liberian people listening to us, watching us, spread the word. Nobody should show up on June 6th to build party headquarters. Don't do it. You're going to be killing yourself. You're going to regret it, because you can only show up at these events when you have something to eat today. Let's forget about tomorrow, but just today. Tell me if you already have three meals a day planned for today. You're done. Tell me if your kids are in school. Tell me if you are not struggling, you are not suffering. Tell me if you have jobs. Tell me that. If you have money, if you have everything, all the resources that these guys are planning to go out there and showmanship. If you have anything of that kind, then show up. But if you don't, stay home. This is wickedness, this is evil, and this is the attribute of an irresponsible, wicked government and people. You cannot have your people suffering, especially during this holiday. Everybody wants to look their best. Everybody wants to eat the best food during holiday season. If you can eat, if you have never eaten like 2, 3 times a day on all the other days, but at least during the holiday, you want to look your best. You want to dress best. You want to eat best. You want to have fun. And you guys have been prevented from having fun. But guess what? Buildings are going to enjoy the money. You have a budget that they can't even tell you how it's going to benefit you. Even your lawmakers cannot even tell you about the budget. Even if the budget will not benefit the people, but at least let the people know how the budget is going to be spent so they can hold you accountable when it's not spent like that. I think that's what a responsible government would do, or president or legislature would do. But then again, that's why we are sitting here with different alternatives, different views to tell you that CMC is for the people, by the people. And we are asking all of you to join the CMC. All of you to join the CMC. If you have questions, leave your questions. If you are concerned, leave your concern and we'll address them. But we are asking you to join the CMC. Guys, we have less than 25 minutes left. So I will go around to see who else has anything to say about the Unity Party headquarters, and then from there we'll be going to our closing argument.
I can go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so first of all, the idea about this sitting government party headquarters question the commitment to serving all of the citizens in Liberia. It question your commitment, the government commitment to serve the whole entire Liberia or all citizens. That's the number one questionable problem that I see there. You know what you're telling us? We are still not part of you. We are different. We are parties. We are a party. We are not your leaders. We have our party that our obligation is with our party. It's with our group. I'm not your president. I'm not your vice president. I'm not your leader. All that matter is the president. I mean, all that matter is the party. That's what it shows to the Liberian people. And earlier when you spoke, um, Masa, you said that you were part of this union before, and there was a little bit of commotion or disagreement in your chat room, one of your chat rooms, where people were worrying about the wrong things. And one of the wrong things they were worrying about, and you were worrying about something different, the livelihood of our people. And while people was there talking about how to generate funds or to get money to give it to disgruntled kids to go and carry on some kind of wrong propaganda about parties that go and cuss George Weah up, go and cuss the CDC or and cuss and Arizona Cummings or cuss this. People were worrying about that more, according to you, than something that has to do with education or healthcare or what could benefit Liberia citizens. You see what I'm talking about? Those are the things that the people care about. You said, you make a point right now. I mean, you are giving an advice right now that our people should stay home. They shouldn't go there. One, and at December 6, let me say it to our people. Let me tell you today that the only way you will eat from Unity Party, yeah, the jollof rice that will be there, you're going to eat it. The fried chicken that will be there, you're going to eat it. Okay? That the only way you will eat from the government. It is going to go restaurant. You ain't even got nothing. So you would not even be part of the fundraiser. You ain't going to contribute anything. So if that for you to go eat, you're going to eat. And Unity Party, let me tell you something. We know that this is what you're doing to make Unity Party serious. That, oh, look at the crowd. People still care for the Unity Party. Look at how many people showed up for the Unity Party. That is not relevant. You guys are looking for relevance. That is not relevant. We know what you want to do. We know your games. You have been exposed. Your propaganda is so whack, and everybody is so familiar too to everyone. We know what you want to do. But this thing for your party headquarters, this is how it make that people to feel. This is what it make us feel that we are not part of you. You are not the one leading us. You are not the one heading us. Because what you worry about is you. You're not worrying about what's happening in Liberia right now. You're not worried about the poverty level. You don't worry about people that are hungry and suffering. You only worry about you. So that's why the party headquarters matters. And we Liberians know, and we are getting to know. So if that for the jollof rice and the chicken, our people can go and eat on the 6th of December. Y'all go and eat it. Y'all go and eat it. That crowd, we know because there's jollof rice and fried fish or fried chicken that they want the people going for. We already know. So y'all don't come here on the 6th of July, be there. I mean the 6th of December, be there. Oh, this is how Unity Party worth it or it matters. We don't care. Because it's not about Liberia. It's about Unity Party. So nobody cares. That's what I would say to close on our issues. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky. Just to clarify, I was referencing during Madame Saleh, Unity Party, when Madame Saleh was contesting. That was when I was an official
So,
member
the
of
president
the.
right now was still an old car
No,
parking
no, I'm
during
just
that
saying.
time.
I
So
just
it
wanted
also
to
goes for him.
clarify. And then with the CDC, I supported with the interest of helping the country with
Right.
the chat room thing. It was during the CDC administration that I referenced that. So I just wanted to clarify,
Oh yeah,
because
thanks for the
people,
clarity. But this
yeah,
is what they
people
do. I have
question
seen.
all this stuff.
Thanks for the clarity, but I know that a lot of kids,
Yeah.
boys, that actually our big people, president and vice president, reach out to them
Oh yeah,
individually,
definitely.
telling
Yeah.
them, "Go, oh, you've been quiet a while. Go and say this. Go
Yes.
and do
Yeah.
this."
They
Those are the
pay
people
him.
that we know about them,
Yeah. Yeah.
regardless of that. But thanks for the clarity.
Yes, they do. Okay. Winston already spoke, right? Winston, did you? Not yet. Okay, go ahead.
All right, thank you. You know, everyone been raising point, especially we talking about the building of political parties, headquarters of the Unity Party. So I want to proselytize a little bit. I want to go back to the budget, the specific area within the budget I've been looking at today. The table of fiscal year 2026 A and annex by sector and partners. You see that our budget. If you see the development partners of Liberia, we have about 10 development partners in Liberia. We have the African Band. We got two of them. I mean, we have the African Band, we have the European Union, we have France Fund, we have the Global Fund, and all of that. Now, but one thing that caught my attention to go to this specific area to read is that if you look at the pillar that this government came to power on, they talk about the arrest agenda. And if you look at it, the first war in the agro arrest agenda, the A that stands for agriculture. And this government, in grant, the government is putting 21 million in grant for agriculture, and in loan, we're taking 18 million. If you add everything together, it sum up to 40 million. So this government is putting 40 million in the entire agriculture sector within our country. Something that they're very proud of, and they think that this money is enough to provide food, food security the government been talking about. I think that this money is enough to be able to help build our agriculture system. But what I want to say to our farmers, the old people everywhere who are making farms by their hands, using the Asian material, to make farm to make sure that they can sustain themselves. I think it is about time that the people we elect to represent us be so responsible. We are living in the 21st century. In other African countries, I would love to set an example of other African countries. In other African countries, you'll see that there is no season for food, no season for mango, no season for oranges, no season for avocado, and whatsoever food you think of, there is no season for it. But in Liberia, when the mango season ends, then you have to wait till the next year before you find mango to eat. When the orange season comes to an end, you have to wait till the next year. Just like that. This is the kind of system we just used to. So we adapted to it to the extent that we only wait for a certain period of time to eat mango, we wait for a certain period of time to eat oranges and all of that. And those things are not helping. At the end of the day, when the farmer bring that produce to the market, if people don't buy on time, they don't have no storage for it, they just leave it in the market. Go to Red Light, go to Ominga Market, you see corn, you see plantain, you see mango, everything spoiling there because there is no storage for it. I think the government should be more responsible enough to consider some of these things in the budget that they're talking about, the 1.2 billion budget, to make sure that this budget can reflect in all sectors, especially the arrest agenda. Let us have storage for our mothers, our fathers who are going on the farm to bring that produce to the market. They have storage for them that they'll be able to store those produce in that area to keep on selling it and be able to sustain themselves. Let us provide the sophisticated agricultural material for our people. Let's provide the education. The Ministry of Agriculture is set up with the policy to provide primary education to all farmers and provide them with the material that they need to make farm. But we are not focusing on that. We've mostly focused on putting huge amount of money to NSA, where at the end of the day we'll go for it to come and build party headquarters. And these are things that CMC is frowning against. This is why we're saying this budget is an eating show budget, and this is not something that we appreciate. But now let me come back now to the building of party headquarters. One thing I've always said to people, and sometimes I post it when I post it on my startup, people keep asking me, what do I really mean by that? Is that in Africa, meaning in Liberia, we focus on re-election, then executing the responsibility they have given us. That's what most of the government been doing. Whenever you are in power, even in the first year, they'll be thinking about next election. What can we do to get a vote of the people next election? They will not focus on How can we put policies together? How can we make the country to be a place for people to live? How can we include everyone in development? They would think about, we got to silence this person, we got to put this person on blacklist to make sure that this person can now unseat us when we go into the next election. So what's the essence of building, of setting up fundraiser? Let's take for example, right? You're not using government fund, you want to raise fund. We want to agree with, for the sake of the conversation, we want to agree that you're not taking money from the Liberian people to go build party. You want to raise money from county and all of them. What's the essence of building political party around? United Party came to power when CDC had all the money. The Liberian people needed to make the change. This is why they brought United Party to power. It's not because United Party had the money. CDC spent 1.5 million, that 150 million United States dollar on election. They still lost election to a broke political party at that time, United Party. It was not because of having political party headquarters around. It was because the people decided that we are suffering and we want to make the necessary change. So as such, we should be wise enough to know that getting re-elected is not about political party headquarters. It's about how you deliver on the power the people have given you. So this is a very wrong move by the government. I don't know who is giving that advice to them, but in this intervening period, that the government be able to focus on the basic needs of our people, like CMC is doing. So what we can commit to, this is why I want to close out on, what we can commit to is that when we have been given a chance 2029, and this is why we keep doing, when we have been given the chance 2029, we will mostly focus on, the urgent need of our people and what are the priorities of our country, what our country need right now. This is why we're working together, working with everyone, and the party remain open to everyone to make sure that we all can join together, put our hands together. Two heads are better than one. Put our hands together and be able to move this country forward. This is why CMC as a political party, regardless of someone political party status or not, we are not enemies to people. We consider everybody. We consider the regime. I like the way the PL can be in the House of Representatives. You see, he's somebody who understands that people need to work together to move country forward. You see people who can go on the social media to insulting other lawmakers who say all kinds of things about he will still go in the house and say, gentlemen, we got to work together to deliver on the Liberian people's job. And I think this is why a responsible political leader or a responsible political party should be doing. So the United Party right now, the fact that they sit over the government, the country resources now, they sit over the budget and everything, they should be concentrating more on how to address the need of the people instead of building political party headquarters. And it's a clear indication that 2029 they will be going out because CDC did the same thing. CDC built political party headquarters around the end of the day. CDC lost the election. So it's a clear indication that they have already sensed that 2029 they will be going out, and CMC will be taking over the country to make sure that we can improve on some of these things, to correct some of the wrongs they have done, and to make sure that there are more allocation for the agriculture sector, that the entire education sector in Liberia. People put on it 31 million, just 31 million United States dollars in the entire educational sector in Liberia. So at the end of the day, this is where we stand as a country, and we can commit that CMC is going to move this country forward when we take power 2029. Thank you.
Thank you, Wisdom. Thank you. You said a lot of good things that I want to add up to, but we don't have time. So we're going to leave it as it is for the next section. So I just wanted us to go to our audience live who are watching us. Just read some of the questions because, people take up their time. There are a lot of shows right now on, but you see people, they are following us, listening to us. It means that we are important and they want to be part of this conversation. So I think it's fair enough for us to recognize them. I see Lasso, come on. Lasso is following us. Lasso, thank you. You have been doing a really great job putting out the CMC, agenda out there, and also the PL. So thank you for that. I usually follow all of his stuff and comment. Want to say welcome. Thank you, Barry said greetings to you guys in studio. Thank you. Thanks for following us. Thank you for watching the show. And guys, don't forget to share the show. You know, you're watching something, it's important, it's interesting, share it because this is really um, great information that we have discussed tonight and share with the audience. And we think your audience also deserve to listen. So share it with your audience. Okay. Um, I think those are all comments. Thank you, Boima. Boima said he's following from Chicken Soup Factory Gulf Community. Thank you, welcome. Kakatan, Alex, thank you. Alex Rogers, thank you. Fitura is still here watching us. So, um, Kekula Masakwe watching from Japan Freeway. Thank you, Kekula, for being with us. Pastor Way is still here watching us live. AB is watching us live. Martine is watching us from Morovia. Thank you. Musa is watching us. He said, hello, CMC family. Honorable Musa Bedete, Honorable Musa Development Bedete Pekin. Thank you. Stay here with us. Victor Nangme. Thank you, SG. Share the show, guys. If you're watching, share the show also with your audience. So we have less than 3 minutes. Just wanted to say thank you to all of you who are watching us on Facebook Live, who are listening to us in Morovia and surroundings. Want to say thank you for joining us tonight. We know we have only 2 hours and we have so much to discuss. Like we said, there are so many things coming from our country, and we are very, very passionate about. And sometimes when we are given the opportunity to give our input, it's like we want to cover, like we want to take because you can discuss anything that you're passionate about for 2 minutes. It has to be more. But we have to respect time. So we want to say thank you, Winston Cooper. Oh, Winston, sorry. Winston is with us. I saw your comment, yeah. Your highlight, yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Dr. Franchelle. Thank you, Dr. V. If you guys, we have less than 2 minutes. Whoever wants to, say something before we close up, please go ahead. But please, we have less than 2 minutes. Just be brief.
Yeah, I will go. So I want to say thanks to everybody too. Thank you so much, Masa, for being the moderator tonight. Director Lulette, thank you for joining us. Everyone, Wisdom, thank you. I want to say thanks to Dad. You're busy, you're a host, but you've been in and out and just trying so hard to make a way on this show. I want to say thank you if you're listening. To the audience, I want to say thank you all for watching. Our moderator said, Masa said, continue to share the show. I just want to make a brief comment or announcement about, is we cannot forget the CMC news, okay? So there is a retreat coming up in the US, CMC Leadership Retreat, and it's going to be in the state of Minnesota. And it's going to be some weekend of the 18th through the 21st or the 22nd. So that's a big news. CMC leadership is coming together to have some in-services, to some to strategize and do some training, and also guess what, have fun and talk and get to meet each other, get to know each other. So that's a big event. That's a big news for the CMC. We are excited to see people are coming from Liberia too, to some of our leaders from Liberia, from everywhere, the diaspora, like Europe, from Canada, and around the USA. So that's one of the biggest news right now within the US, that there is a retreat hosted by the US, and then it's coming up. So we expect all of our leaders. I know they're getting ready, they're getting prepared. We look forward to meeting you, man, so we can have the conversation and keep the light going. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you for telling the audience the big secret. Yes, CMC is having a big leadership retreat coming up in December, and hopefully we will be able to get together as a team to strategize and also meet each other and be able to talk more about the way forward for CMC. So stay tuned for more information on that. We don't have enough information on that yet, but as we draw closer, we're probably going to be talking a lot about it. Dr. V, anything? We have less than 1 minute. If you want to close up, that would be great.
I'm planning. I'm the president-elect of the Liberian community here in the state of Indiana, and I'm planning my inauguration. I'm going to update you guys on how the plan is going to be going. I just set up a team. They're going to be working on that in January. It's going to take place in January. So, yeah, that's all. That's all I have. And thanks everyone, Winston. Thanks always for being
invite us.
Well, definitely, I'm going to invite everybody. Yeah.
Congratulations on that, guys. It's 8:30. We gotta close up, so we'll continue with that. That's a V. Congratulations. Sorry, we gotta go, but we'll continue next time. Congratulations. Thank you, Winston. Thank you, Dr. V. Thank you, Feki, and Dr. Franchelle. Thanks to our listening audience on Facebook as well as Monrovia, Liberia, and surroundings. Thanks for always joining us. We do appreciate it. Even though sometimes we feel like we're talking to each other, but we know we have thousands and hundreds of people who are listening to us. So it's always good to be able to acknowledge that and recognize all of you who are watching us and listening to us. So thanks, guys, for making this very easy and simple for me today. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
But do we have Ansu and the other folks in the back to end the show?
Yes.
Or can you end it?
Yes, they are. Ansu is here. Yep.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
I guess not.
Yep, you can go, Vicky. I'm just waiting for you guys to leave, and I can.
Oh, okay.
You can take over. Yeah. Ansu, are you there? Ansu? Ansu, are you there? Okay, guys, good night. We gotta go. I'm trying to
CMC for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people.